Angelina Jolie snubbed along with James Franco, Williams and Steven Spielberg as 2018 Oscar nominations are announced. Angelina Jolie was one of several big contenders missing as the 90th Annual Academy Awards nominations were announced on Tuesday morning. The actress' Cambodian drama First They Killed My Father didn't make the list of nods in the Best Foreign Language Film category. Jolie's passion project for Netflix had been selected as the Cambodian entry, and despite not being shortlisted for the category, fans were still hoping for a surprise after it was lauded by critics and received a Golden Globe nomination. Other actors expected to receive nods this week were Michelle Williams as lead actress for All the Money in the World and James Franco for lead actor for The Disaster Artist. Williams had been nominated for a Golden Globe earlier this month for her role as Gail Getty in the Ridley Scott-directed drama. Franco had been a strong contender after winning the Golden Globe for Best Performance in a Comedy at this year's ceremony for The Disaster Artist, and also got a SAG nomination for the same. The snub comes after the filmmaker was hit with severe illegal misconduct allegations in recent weeks. Meanwhile, Tom Hanks missed out on a lead actor nod for The Post, while Judi Dench was a notable omission from the lead actress category for Victoria Abdul. In the Best Picture category, The Big Sick and Tanya and Wonder Woman were snubbed. Surprisingly, Steven Spielberg was not nominated in the director category for The Post. Another surprise was Martin McDonagh being overlooked on the Best Director list for his Best Picture nominee 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. However, the film's star Frances McDormand got a nod for Best Actress, and Woody Harrelson and Sam Rockwell got Best Supporting Actor nods. McDonagh also got a nod for Original Screenplay. Ridley Scott was also snubbed for J. Paul Getty drama All the Money in the World. The surprisingly missed out in all categories apart from Best Supporting Actor, in which Christopher Plummer got a nomination after replacing disgraced Kevin Spacey. Tiffany Haddish, who helped read out this year's Oscar contenders alongside Andy Serkis, didn't get a nomination in the Supporting Actress category for Girls Trip. The Big Six Holly Hunter also missed out on a Best Supporting nod after her nomination at the SAG Awards on Sunday. Armie Hammer was a strong contender to make the nominee list for Best Supporting Actor for his role opposite Timothée Chalamet in Call Me By Your Name, but unfortunately missed out despite a Golden Globe nod in the same category. The film's director Luca Guadagnino was also snubbed. Meanwhile, Jolie's animation The Breadwinner, which the actress produced, got a nod in the Best Animated Feature category. The exclusion of the Lego Batman movie in the animated category was also a surprise. The Shape of Water leads this year's Academy Awards with 13 nominations. Guillermo del Toro's romantic creature feature is up for a host of top Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best Actress for Sally Hawkins, and Best Supporting Actor for Richard Jenkins. The Shape of Water goes head-to-head against the coming-of-age drama Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri in the prestigious Best Picture category. For this year's ceremony, Jimmy Kimmel is returning to host the Academy Awards, which are set to take place at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood on Sunday, March 4. 2018 Oscar nominations: Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Timothée Chalamet, Call Me By Your Name, Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out, Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel, ESQ, Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Margot Robbie, Tanya Saoirse Ronan, Lady Bird, Meryl Streep, The Post, Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project, Woody Harrelson, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Richard Jenkins, The Shape of Water, Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World, Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Mary J. Blige, Mudbound, Alyssa and Janney, Tonya Leslie Manville, Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird, Octavia Spencer, The Shape of Water, Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan, Get Out, Jordan Peele, Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig, Phantom Thread, Paul Thomas Anderson, Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro, The Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Coco Ferdinand, Loving Vincent, Decal Bella Mentor at 11 o'clock, Me Nephew Emmett, The Silent Child, What to Wote, All of Us, Call Me By Your Name, James Ivory, Disaster Artist, Scott Neustadter, Michael H. Weber, Logan, Scott Frank, James Mangold and Michael Green, Molly's Game, Aaron Sorkin, Mudbound, Virgil Williams and Dee Reese, The Big Sick, Emily V. Gordon, Kumail Nanjiani, Get Out, Jordan Peele, Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig, Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro, Vanessa Taylor, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, Martin McDonagh, Blade Runner 2049, Roger Deakins, Darkest Hour, Bruno Del Bono, Dunkirk, Hoyt van Hoytema, Mudbound, Rachel Morrison, Shape of Water, Dan Laustsen, Abacus, Small Enough to Jail, Faces, Placessa Karis, Last Men in Aleppo, Strong Island, Edith, Eddie Heaven is a traffic jam on the 405 heroin knifes traffic stop deer basketball garden party loud negative space revolting rhymes a fantastic women Shalev insult Lebanon loveless Russia own body and soul Hungareth square Sweden baby driver Jonathan Amos Paul Mackless Dunkirk Lee Smithy Tanya Tatiana S. Regal Shape of Water Sydney Valinska through billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri John Gregory baby driver Julian Slater Blade Runner 2049 Mark Mangini Theo Green Dunkirk Alex Gibson Richard King The Shape of Water Nathan Robert Hill Star Wars The Last Jedi Renkleis Matthew Wood Baby Driver Mary H. Ellis Julian Slater Tim Kavajan Blade Runner 2049 Mac Ruth Ron Bartlett Doug Haphill Dunkirk Mark Weingarten Greg Landiker Gary A. Rizzo The Shape of Water Glenn Gautier Christian Cook Brad Zorn Star Wars The Last Jedi Stuart Wilson Renkleis David Parker Michael Samanik Beauty and the Beast Blade Runner 2049 Darkest Hour Dunkirk The Shape of Water Dunkirk Hans Zimmer Phantom Thread Johnny Greenwood The Shape of Water Alexander Desplat Star Wars The Last Jedi John Williams 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri Carter Burwell Mighty River from Mudbound Mary J. Blige A Mystery of Love from Call Me By Your Name Sufjan Stevens Remember Me from Coco Kristen Anderson Lopez Robert Lopez Stand Up for Something from Marshall Diane Warren Comment This Is Me from The Greatest Showman Benj Pasek Justin Paul Darkest Hour Victoria and Abdul Wonder Costume Design Beauty and the Beast Darkest Hour Phantom Thread The Shape of Water Victoria and Abdul Blade Runner 2049 Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Kong Skull Island Star Wars The Last Jedi War for the Planet of the Apes